Hello and welcome to No Look Reviews, where we watch United games so you don't have to. And I think we might have just witnessed the most embarrassing week of, at least my time as a United fan. The 2-2 draw against Bournemouth, which we're not gonna dive deep into just because I think there's a more pressing result that we want to talk about, which was the semi-final that we just watched against Coventry City.
Didn't even seem like a semi-final performance, but yeah.
Yeah,
seemed like a friendly, to be honest.
Honestly, though, like, I'm so happy that, like, again, it's embarrassing the way we won, but I'm happy that United won the game because it's been a generational week of just hate watching.
Yeah.
Starting with last week, right? So Arsenal and Liverpool lost their league games, pretty much giving City the title. Then we come to Champions League, Arsenal losing to Bayern again. City losing to Real, Barcelona losing to PSG, and Liverpool continuing their Europa League exit against Atalanta, and then it's our turn. And score 1, score 2, score 3, and you're just like exactly how we predicted. When we first got the draw, it's gonna be light work. We're gonna play City in the final again. Maybe get revenge.
The first 60 minutes were so different from the last 30 minutes. It's crazy. It's nuts.
But yeah, so we were 3-0 up, and the game ended exactly how we thought it would, with a comfortable United win. Bruno, Maguire, and which was the first one? I can't remember. I can't even remember.
Doesn't matter.
It was such a wild game.
Does it matter? McTominay,
yeah. Again, invisible man. So. McTominay, Bruno, Maguire scoring all three, and then cruising to the final. So, what do you think playing against City? You think it's going to be a close game just because of the dominant victory that we had?
We're about to get wrecked at Wembley by City again. It's not going to be close. City should have lost the game, but Chelsea's just too fucking stupid. Jackson's too fucking stupid to be able to score a sitter, and they just don't get a penalty that they deserve.
Yeah, the VAR has just been dodgy. Like, even in the Premier League, I don't know if you were able to watch the Forest Everton game.
I didn't have to.
But it was all over Twitter, actually, just the amount of insane calls against Forest the entire game. Apparently, the VAR was a Luton fan. So before the game, Forest, told them, please change the referee just because, they want to have objectivity, just because Nottingham Forest are fighting in relegation. And Everton, right? So... so they didn't listen, and then the VAR, I think he just, I think even a blind man could have told that, Forest should have had penalties.
How many were there?
I think there were 2 very clear calls that
and didn't get
VAR
neither of them.
That's fucked. Forest went on to lose 2-0 to Everton, and after the game they released a statement saying, we did go to PGMOL, the Referees Association, whatever they call it. And we told them, we want to change the referee. But no, they didn't listen, and this happened. So, it's actually shocking because, the entire season, all these pundits and stuff, you were like, oh, like VAR, the refereeing standard is shocking, whatever. But now, Neville Carragher, they were like, oh, Forest should be ashamed of themselves. Like, they're acting like kids and whatnot. I'm like, bro, have you seen the standard of refereeing this season?
No, the standards have dropped. There's maybe one decent ref that they have, and everyone else is just dog shit. Like, it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah,
but going back to the Champions League game, Arsenal-Porto, I don't know if you remember the refereeing performance there, but very solid. Again, he let the game flow. Both sides, how in Premier League you have one touch on the arm and people fall down, it's a foul. But no, very objective refereeing. Strong decisions, and didn't care about who's playing home, who's playing away. Wasn't persuaded by the fans. But in the Premier League, you go, for example, you go to Anfield, you try to give a fair decision against Liverpool. The fans get on your back, and then you just you fold, and then you start giving Liverpool calls to get them off their back. So. It's shocking, man. It's shocking, but
I don't know if the referees are just cowards or they just don't know what the fuck to do and they just follow the crowd. I don't know. If you follow the home crowd, it's always going to be a dumb situation. But you got to make your own decision. You got to be confident in your knowledge and what you know and how it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, they've changed a lot of rules that make no fucking sense. A lot of times, like the Wan-Bissaka handball 2 years ago, that would not have been a handball.
I mean, it's not even 2 years ago. Yesterday was a handball.
Yesterday it wasn't for Grealish, so it's stupid. Makes
Yeah.
that's just the decision making that doesn't make sense. But then again, the rules that they're changing and adding on and taking away is also like something that definitely needs to be looked into.
Yeah, they changed rules in the middle of the season, which
doesn't
honestly
normally happen.
It's unfair to teams that have suffered in the past.
So it's like 7 games ago, the same thing would have been a penalty, but they didn't, and then now it's gonna be a pen. No, you can't be doing that. If you're gonna change rules, do it at the end of the season or before the start of the next season or whatever. But during a season, definitely a no-go. And then they definitely need some sort of committee set up to fucking audit
I don't
this
even
shit.
know that. Yeah,
It's stupid.
but yeah, so City in the final. I mean, I was only able to watch it until a certain point. I think it was until the 60th, and then I actually had to leave, so I didn't watch the Silva goal at all. So were you able to watch? Did you?
The City game?
Yeah.
I watched part of it, but not fully.
Not
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like until when I was watching, it was an even game.
Yeah.
Chelsea should have finished the game long time ago. But
they should have at least had 1 or 2 goals, and then the pen. But
but credit to City, they're in the final. They're chasing a double this season, so luckily it's not a treble, or else I would have been 100% sure that we would have no chance in the final.
We would have been giving them the fucking whatever thing it is. So what's the word? Bicho chalteate, क्या बोलते उसको? लौड़े?
क्या बोल रहा है?
Yeah, let's ignore that. But City's probably going to get the double. The Prem's already been gifted into their hands. Like at this point, City has the easiest run of fixtures out of all of the teams. The only team that really everyone plays is Tottenham, and I don't think they're doing any good this season. So
they might get a result against Arsenal just because they're Tottenham, but I think City's probably just gonna walk it now. They don't lose games. At this stage of the season, they don't.
At this point, they just got to be consistent, do what they normally do, and they'll win the games.
They'll win the games.
They have a fit squad. They don't have any major injuries that are showing up right now. So, a lot of players are back from injury, unlike us.
Yeah. So, let's get back to our game. So, 3-0 victory. I'm just kidding.
Nah.
After a third goal, you took off Garnacho, and, I think similar to last week, he was kind of... He gave Ten Hag the eye.
Yeah, he did.
And I think I agree because, why Garnacho? Why can't you take off Rashford? What's going on?
Rashford just standing there, he jogs around about the pitch, walks in the park until someone's trying to pass him the ball.
But even when he gets the pass, he just slows the game down.
He just stands there. Yeah, he just stands there, doesn't do much. He passes it back unless he's moving towards the box and he maybe sees a shot.
Yeah.
He's gonna do something, dribble a fake shot, and then lose the ball eventually. But that's about it. That's all he's done all game. He had one good shot, obviously, because he got a layoff, and that's all he really does.
Yeah.
Shoots off a layoff, and then but that was it. That was his game, just walking around the park. I don't know why we keep him. Because we have to keep him on the field. He's never going to track back, and then Højlund has to track back.
Yeah.
And I like Højlund with his back towards goal, and he's fine. He's good in build-up play, but come on, that's still one less man that's defending. We're already a man short most times anyway.
Yeah.
McTominay's already a ghost in the midfield a lot of times, apart from when he scores a goal. And then you have to fucking deal with Rashford, one of our best players last season. Come on. It's getting...
This Rashford thing has to stop, man.
I don't know what that MB title gets him. Definitely no extra football skills because he doesn't have any at this point.
I mean, it doesn't excuse the lack of work rate. And I don't know how long people are gonna excuse that. Bro, he's not putting in the work. He shouldn't be in the team.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of conversation. There's no racism. There's no agenda. There's nothing. Let's just. If you're gonna put in the work for Man United, you're gonna play. If not, then you shouldn't be playing.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
I'll play fucking Forsen over him. Forsen doesn't do shit anyway, but he runs around the pitch.
Yeah.
Ahmad is way better in terms of technical ability. He can pass around the ball, he can do tiki-taka, whatnot, control the game. Mainu, Ahmad, Garnacho, all of them can actually pass the ball around in addition to Bruno already there. So that'll help us with the build-up plays. and Ahmad can come inside while Delo can run around the wing. So, I don't know.
Again, so yeah, Garnacho goes off. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
sure, whatever, and then brings on Anthony for him.
Yeah.
Ahmad sitting on the bench. You know, if I was him, I'd be wondering, like, what more do I have to do?
Yeah.
I don't know, like. And we'll get to this when we talk about Ten Hag later, but yeah, Anthony comes in. Again, useless, pretty much. Like, you know, I think last week he was pissed that, you know, he didn't start a game, so
Yeah.
you know, like he didn't train or whatnot, like he had a bust up. So now when you have the chance to come on, like you're gonna put on a shift like that, bro. You don't deserve to play.
Ten Hag brought him in. He should at least be able to control a player.
Yeah.
Like, I know Anthony is like one of those indisciplined players. Like, he'll burst out whenever and like has anger issues apparently even at home. But apparently the case was dropped. Whatever. I don't know. But Ten Hag should have already known when he told to sign this guy, and then when he did actually sign him for like an overpriced fee, he should have had a plan to actually discipline this fucker. But that never happened. He's doing what he does, and credit to Anthony. He runs up and down the pitch, helps us with his work rate, but doesn't do jack
But he
shit
loses
apart.
the ball so often. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no point because he's creating his own mistakes.
Yeah.
It's same as De Gea, right? Like he's an awesome shot stopper, but a lot of the shots he had to stop because he was the one who gave the ball away and started, you know, counterattacks for the other team. So, yeah, I mean, bro, like, just play Ahmad like over him. Just play Ahmad over Rashford. You know, like. But that's the thing; he's not gonna do it, and we're gonna get to that later. So Garnacho comes up for Anthony, and then suddenly I don't know what exactly changed, but Coventry City, you know, started getting control of the ball, and then
apparently they made a substitution that took them from a 3-back to a 4-back, and that's what changed everything for them. And then they were just pressing.
I think that happened right at the start of the second half, though.
Yeah.
So what happened?
But it took them a second.
Yeah. So what happened at that point was they took off a bunch of players. Like they completely shifted something in their system, and I think basically what happened was, you know, they realized that they're not playing Man United of, you know, the 90s, early 2000s, but they're playing the Man United who concedes a lot of goals, bottles. We've seen the Champions League campaigns, what we've done. The Premier League games, how many leads we've conceded. They probably lost the Chelsea game, and you know they almost did that. They almost repeated what happens against Chelsea.
They did, but VAR helped us out. So,
but anyway, so they get the ball on their right. They put a cross in. No one's tracking Sims. He shins the ball right in the bottom corner. 3-1. At this point, Menu comes off for Eriksson.
Yep.
I was actually thinking maybe we might control the game. We might do something. We might change it up tactically, but no, we tried playing the exact same way, but we took off Menu, who actually covers some ground.
Yeah, and he actually controls the game. Yeah, he's the only one that's helping the build-up.
And we brought in Eriksson, who has no legs. And then second goal, you know, again, the ball's on the edge of the box. The Coventry player takes a wild shot. Again, we've discussed this before, people turning their backs when facing shots. And that happened again. I can't remember. I think the last time was against Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final when this happened.
Yeah.
When we were talking about those deflected shots, and exact same thing. Wan-Bissaka turns his back. I would say for the striker, it would have been a perfect striker's finish because
it was nice.
Yeah.
And Onana was just on the floor looking at like the ball just going over him.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was trying to do there. He could have probably done something, I think, but.
Yeah,
it's a shock.
I don't think he would have saved it, but yeah. But again, so it's 3-2, and at this point, Coventry's back in the game.
They have momentum. They have hope.
They have momentum. They have hope, and then we get 90th minute. We have I think 6 minutes of stoppage time. The referee announces it, and then Coventry gets the ball on their left. They whip it across, and it goes on to the player on the right. You know, the player tries to put another ball from the right, and then it hits Wan-Bissaka on the arm. Now, when I watched it first, I didn't think it was a penalty. I still believe it's not a penalty just because of the fact that, one, the ball was so close to Wan-Bissaka.
You couldn't do much.
Yeah, like how are you gonna?
His hands are already flailing.
Yeah,
like he can't. He tried to pull it away, but in the process, it just.
I mean, like he's running, like his arms are gonna be there.
Yeah.
And then, so that was one thing, and then the two, like the ball was just so close to him, like he didn't have the time to react, even if he could. So.
Yeah, he did.
And we saw yesterday against Grealish. It was worse because Grealish reacted to the ball,
and then he put his arm.
There were however many yards we have in free kicks, like 15 yards, whatever, between the ball and the player. Like he reaching out for the ball versus Wan-Bissaka was like 2 yards away and can't really do much. So Anyways, they give the penalty, and at this point, like we're not even surprised. Like I was just like, yeah, like they're gonna score, whatever. We've seen this happen a million times.
Yep.
Like what wasn't even disappointed, when the penalty went in. I was like,
It's just sad. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just at
Like,
this point, like
yeah, it's what we expect. Like
can't say.
we've joked about it before that we need to score three goals to win a game. Well, we need to score like 5 goals to win a game or something like that.
and we haven't scored 5 goals in this season. In a game,
I don't think
have we?
I don't think we scored them under Ten Hag.
No, I think
I don't think we scored them once under Ten Hag.
maybe not, but it's crazy.
It's been that bad. Like we've scored 4 a couple of times, but we've never scored 5.
Yeah, we've done 4. I don't know, it's 5 probably.
I mean, but yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, so it's 3-3 going into extra time. Brings on Ahmad for so finally he takes off Rashford, brings on Ahmad. And at that point, like we actually did start playing pretty decently. Like we kind of got some control of the game. Tried to create a bit more chances. Bruno hit the crossbar.
Yep.
From the edge of the box, and then Ahmad could have played Bruno again, but made the
that
wrong
was just
decision.
one mistake. Yeah.
But yeah, like so at that point, it was like okay, maybe we might score, we might not. But then, the second, I guess
Second
it was
half,
second half of the extra time. Again, we didn't do anything with the ball. Like Coventry was putting on pressure, and it seemed that they were the Premier League team and we were the Championship team.
I mean, we are a championship team, if anything. I don't even think we'll win a title in the championship.
Yeah.
As physical as championship teams are, we don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't have that or technical ability or anything. But yeah.
But yeah, so then at this point, even Maguire's pushing on. He's trying to play on the left wing just so he can head balls down players to collect and maybe create an attack. So yeah, like Maguire was up. He's doing his part. I won't blame him for anything. I think it's our other midfielders and defenders who need to cover for him.
Yep.
But yeah, so again, Maguire's not in there. Like again, our only center back because we had Casemiro playing the other center half. Coventry get on a counter, and at this point, the ball's played to right. Again, he has the entire space in the world.
Yep.
Plays it into I think his name is Torp.
Torps or something.
Yeah, Torp. And then Torp slides it past Onana. It's 4-3 in the 1 minute of stoppage time that we had for extra time. So at this point. Again, I was laughing. I was like, yeah, like this is exactly what would happen. Like, and with the week of generational hate watching, it was just.
You deserve it. Yeah. Honestly, you just fucking deserve it at this point. Like, but VR saved the day for us finally for once in our lives.
Yeah, I mean it was offside.
It was very slightly offside. It was the closest call that it could have ever been, and Wan-Bissaka, as usual, was almost gonna leave someone onside. His positional awareness is just fucking ass, and this whole game he was just doing nothing. Yeah. He maybe helped us a little bit on the ball, but not really.
I don't even think he helped us.
I don't give him too much credit.
But yeah, so we got saved,
and then penalties happened.
It was funny because when that happened, our entire section of the stadium was empty.
Yep, everyone left. Everyone left,
and I wouldn't blame them.
Because Vieira took his time, and Coventry was like celebrating the whole time. They didn't expect it to go the way it did.
Yeah, even the commentators when they first saw the replay, before VAR created the lines and everything, they were like, "Oh, like he's onside, whatever."
Yeah.
But we got saved, and then we went to penalty shootout.
Yeah.
And then
Casemiro took the first pen, and it was a horrific one.
I mean, Casemiro. I'm not gonna lie.
It was as good as Bernardo Silva's penalty in the Champions League, so that says a lot.
I mean, again, I don't think he's intentionally trying to sabotage us, but
come on, brother, this guy.
His performances lately have just been absolutely shocking.
CDM. I mean, he was playing center back today, which is not his position, but he can play center back. He has all the ability. I guess. Again, he's slow. He doesn't have the legs anymore. But come on, you're an experienced CDM who knows how to defend, who knows how to block shots, who knows how to do everything a center back should do,
and he knows how to strike a ball. So when you take that penalty. Why are you trying to Panenka at that point? It's a high pressure situation.
It wasn't even a proper Panenka. It was like a weird midway kind of Panenka shot situation.
It's like shots like 11-year-olds try when they first get the ball. Like it's
like just fucking flick it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. So at that point, I'd given up. At that point, I thought it was over. But so Coventry scored their first 2. We scored our next 2, and then the third, so I think it's O'Hare, the number 10 for Coventry. He tried shooting on the left, Onana with a good save.
Actually a good save there.
Yeah, with a good save. And then it was 2-2. We're back in the game. And I think next it was Bruno.
Yeah.
I think before his penalty, the keeper was chatting shit to him.
And then he also went and chat shit.
Yeah, so Bruno, again, dependable when it comes to penalties. That's the one player,
he has to score it.
Yeah, he has to score. So again, cool penalty, and then told the keeper to pipe down after, which was good to see. But then Onana, he took tips from the Coventry keeper. He went to, I think it was the captain at that point.
Sheaf, right?
Yeah,
Sheaf or something.
Yeah, and he was talking shit. Got a yellow card.
Honestly, I predicted him to score, not score, just shoot it over the bar. I saw his face and I was like, he's not in the zone. He was looking down, he wasn't confident.
And that's what he did, man. He booted that.
Backed it over the bar, Sergio Ramos-esque.
And then it was up to Rasmus Højlund to score the winning penalty, and again,
big man,
great left foot, and again
he smashed it.
Yeah, put all his power behind it. Keeper dived the right way, but he couldn't save it, and we were through. So we're through to the final.
Hey, we don't deserve it, but we're through.
Yeah,
it's.
I mean, honestly, I would say we played well for 60 versus 30 for Coventry. I would say honestly, on the basis of the game, we deserve to go through, but it's just the fact that they made that comeback.
The mistakes that we make, it's just stupid. How are we playing so open? How are we letting the other team take control of the game when we actually have had control of that game for so long?
So I mean, this is where I guess the last part of our podcast. We've been debating this off camera, but let's get into it. So I believe that the players have to go. I think we both agree on that part, and a lot of players that played today, they need to go. But I also believe that. Yeah, I think it's time, man. This cannot it's injuries. Yeah, fine, whatever. In the Premier League, okay, you can't perform as best as you could, but you're playing Coventry City, man. It's not.
They made tactical changes. They made smart changes, and it worked for them.
And they're not even a team that's going to be promoted this season. So it's not they're a Premier League level team in the Championship. They're not. They're a Championship level team. I haven't heard a single name of their players before today. I don't know who any of them were.
The only reason I've heard of them is because of the fucking foot.
Yeah. So
Ultimate Team, but oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, you get 3-0 ahead, whatever. Going forward. Based on the players that we have, Ten Hag, okay, he's probably doing the best that he could. But come on, defensively, you're 3-0 up. You need how are you not training your players to, shut up shop? How many times does it have to happen? Before anything changes, but
we can't
it's happened too many times.
Yeah, we can't keep control of the ball. We can't defend. What are we supposed to do? We're just booting the ball up, giving them the ball back for them to attack. So it doesn't really matter what we're trying to do. Rashford doesn't defend at all. You're still playing that dude for some fucking reason. Højlund, his performances have not been up to par.
But he also never gets surfaced.
I'm not blaming him, but the past 2 games, 3 games, I just haven't seen much of him. Apart from the service, I'm not even talking about him in the box and trying to score goals. He had a good chance today that he messed up. That's on him.
He missed up on the one. That's right.
But even other than that, he tries to run around, but I don't see much happening apart from that because he can't really do much after he gets the ball. And that's not exactly on him, but Garnacho acting up right now, him having beef with Ten Hag, we're seeing more and more. But I mean,
honestly, on that point, I feel for Garnacho because
I do too.
I get why he was subbed off against Bournemouth. The 2 goals went from his side, whatever. They might have been getting space, but today, he was playing well. He was the one that was going at it, and he took him off. And yeah, maybe it was punishment for what he did last week. Could have been.
But no, it wasn't the big he didn't do anything crazy. He liked a post on Twitter, and then you remove the It's fine. You deal with it internally. You're fine. You're done and finish. Once you're in the starting lineup, if you don't put him in the starting lineup because of that, that makes sense. But if you're taking him off halftime or 60 minutes or whatever, that does not make sense. Yeah. At that point, it's not a punishment. It's just at that point he's just thinking that Garnacho's not it. And Rashford was definitely not it, so I don't know why he's not going off. Garnacho and Ahmad, we agreed on this, would have been a lot better playing left and right and would help us with the build-up. But we didn't do that. We had no control of the game. Manu also went off. Eriksson comes on. McTominay's a ghost apart from when he's scoring a goal. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of tactical things that Erik Ten Hag can't do. Like, he's only set up his team one way.
Yeah.
And that's all he does.
And it's not even the way
Yeah.
that, like, he can't, like, that's not his reputation. That's not the way his team was supposed to be playing.
It's like he likes to play tiki-taka, 4-3-3, controlling the game, like, inverted, whatever the fuck's, like, Ajax type of esque stuff. Like, we've seen teams, like, perform under him.
Yeah.
Like, he's not doing the same thing.
The only thing that's the same is the way the front four work when they're out of position.
Yeah.
But that's probably like a sixth of, you know, like his entire defensive and offensive structure. Like that's supposed to be, you know, like Ten Hag style of play.
Yeah.
Like whatever, like once the ball is past our front four, it's gone. It's over. It's over. It's a free reign for you know, like all teams to attack us.
And I get it. You don't have the perfect kind of players for your style of play, but come on, try to implement something. Try to implement something. I don't know. At this point, like, I am blaming the players 100% because they're lazy. They don't do the things that they're supposed to. But then again, at the end of the day, Ten Hag also has to take some blame. I don't know if we want to replace him because there's no real candidates for replacement. But at this point,
we know of, like, but you know, like you have your sporting directors, whatever. Like they go out there, you know, like talk to people that are not mainstream, like that. You know, they're not in big clubs.
Bringing
but, you know,
bringing someone new, bringing someone nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, honestly, at this point, we can get a lot of money for Rashford, do that, and then the rest of the squad needs to be overhauled. If Ten Hag has to go, if that's what the right call is from the director, then that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, like, I don't see how Ten Hag survives, because, and like, okay, even if Ten Hag survives somehow, and we need this clear out, I don't think it's going to happen. Like, I went over this with you before.
Yeah, he likes
He likes Rashford. Yeah. He likes Anthony. Like, again, he brought on Anthony when there was no reason for him to be on. He bought Casemiro.
Yeah.
He bought Onana. Again, he made some good saves today, but he's not being used the way that Onana like was playing at Inter. He's being used the way De Gea was being used.
Yeah.
And he's not as good of a shot stopper as De Gea. No. So, like you have like 3 or 4 players right there out of, you know, your 11 that just are not going to go. You have players like Martinez, Mount. Again, they might be good, but they're always injured. So like, what's the point?
Like, oh my God,
Martinez, like we're still playing with Varane, who's Ole signing. This is like 2 managers before him. You're playing with Bruno again. As good as Bruno is, he's not Ten Hag signing. He's also Bruno signing.
Yep.
He could fit in whatever, but again, like we're playing players that, you know, one, if they're signed by Ten Hag, then they've done absolute jack shit, or 2, if they're, you know, like a previous manager's players that either not putting the work in or they just don't fit the way like Ten Hag is supposed to be playing. It's a shit show, and I think because we have like this new board, whatever, I think you just need to clear everything out and start again.
I don't know. Ineos got to do something at this point.
I mean, you know how sad it is? Like, you have, like, your, whatever, 72, 73-year-old Jim Ratcliffe doing a personal best at a marathon.
Yeah, fucking hell.
And then you have players like Rashford, you know, 26-year-old players who can't run for 90 minutes, bro. Like,
God.
Like,
he doesn't run for 5 minutes.
Tell a 73-year-old who ran for 4.5 hours that you can't put in a shift in for 90 minutes. Oh, fucking hell, bro.
That's crazy.
It's a shit show. It's embarrassing.
It's crazy. Yeah, but
yeah, so next week we're playing Sheffield on Wednesday at home. What do you think?
Fuck, we have to win it.
I mean, I'll tell you the last 5 results. Draw against Brentford.
We're not winning, I know.
Loss against Chelsea. Draw against Liverpool. Draw against Bournemouth. And I would say draw against Coventry because penalty shootout.
Yeah.
Still counts as a draw. So we haven't won any of our last 5 or 6 games. And they've all been, like, half of them have been against opposition that you should be beating.
We should have even beaten Chelsea. The only one we should have lost was Liverpool. But that's on Liverpool.
Yeah, that's on Liverpool. Yeah, they didn't convert their chances.
I don't think we're doing shit this game. The morale's at an all-time low. There's a lot of issues in the dressing room. There's a lot of players that need a lot of talking to. Ten Hag needs to get his shit together. Needs to change something.
But it's been the entire season and he hasn't done shit.
I know, he hasn't done shit.
Like,
he's not gonna.
It's always the same players, it's always the same issues. Like, it's been, 50-something games in the season and we're still putting up with this dog shit.
And at this point, we just played 120 minutes and then we're going to be fatigued on Wednesday. So we have no breaks. maybe one training session that comes in and
Again,
he probably overworks his players.
So we had one center back who played today, and then after the game he tells us he didn't train all week because he was injured.
Maguire said that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So again, I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch today.
Oh yeah, he's reliable.
And he was injured, so
the thing with Maguire is, as shit as he's been for us like this whole time, like he's reliable.
Yeah.
He puts in the performance that we expect him to put in.
Yeah.
Like he's not that fast, quick defender. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to catch up to like the fucking pacey merchants, but he's gonna do what he can. He's gonna have the ball. He's slab head. Yeah. He's kind of intelligent here and there. He knows his things. He knows his strengths and weaknesses well. And at this point, he's took so much shit from the fans and the crowd that he doesn't give a fuck what we say.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this season, to be honest, bro, this season he's played good. Like I wouldn't say he's played average. He's played good.
Yeah.
Again, whatever happened last season, the season before. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something was off with him. Maybe it was just the captaincy that was too much. But
yeah, could have been.
Yeah, if we gonna do a clear out, I mean, I would. That's the thing. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. Anyways, yeah, let's move on. Let's move on from Maguire. There's a lot of players, who can put in one good performance and then you're like, oh, maybe they're not too bad, but.
That's the thing. Like that's what we thought about every one of our fucking players. Anthony put in a nice Trivella across, and we thought that he's a world class player, but fuck no, he hasn't done shit after that.
No.
Besides
Sheffield at home, I have no idea, man. Like, okay, I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna predict a win because we have to. We have to. It's been too long. I'm gonna say 2-1.
I was gonna say the same, but I don't think we're gonna win. 2-all. Or 1-all.
1-all.
1-all. Because I don't think we score a lot. They don't score a lot either.
Yeah. And then we're going to play Burnley at home on Saturday. I think Saturday, yeah. Burnley, I mean, they
won, yeah.
They beat Luton 5-1.
Yeah, 4-5. Something like that. Some crazy stat. I think it's going to be like a 2-all.
Again?
Yeah, I don't think we lose, but I don't think we win either. That's how our games have been. Like we score a goal, we can't hold it off. Yeah. Like we get concede a goal, kind of back and forth. Sheffield's just not as attacking as Burnley can be, so I'm pretty sure Burnley will score the 2 goals that they need to get the draw, and that's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think we probably went against Sheffield, but I do sense another draw coming against Burnley.
I feel like it's both draws.
Yeah, it's weird. The first half of the season we weren't scoring goals. We had a lot of clean sheets, but now the second half of the season we can't defend for our lives. Like we're scoring goals. Like I think on average we're scoring 2 goals a game, which is good.
Yeah.
But
we're conceding too much. We have no defensive discipline. We don't know how to finish games off. That's the issue. Yeah. Even at the start of the season, we were conceding a lot, so that's never really changed. But I guess there were games that we had like clean sheets.
We were beating teams that we should have been beating.
Yeah.
Now we're not even doing that. That's why like at a point, I think it was before the Fulham game.
Yeah.
We thought make top were still achievable because like we're only like losing to like the top 7 or 8 teams. Like the other 12, like we're able to beat them, but.
And then Tottenham has a lot of crazy fixtures coming up, so they're gonna drop points. But
I mean, you have Newcastle who are above us.
Yeah, that's the thing. Newcastle and Aston Villa too. So it's just a difficult one. If we actually got the wins that we should have, and then got the draw with Liverpool, we would have been in a good position to keep going. But goddamn, that's that.
So, anyways, I guess let's do our player and clown of the week.
Clown's Rashford. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Actually, Rashford and Casemiro for me.
See, Casemiro today, yes. I was going to give to Rashford and Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro,
I would say,
for the penalty, just for the penalty.
That's the thing, for the penalty. It's so stupid. Yeah. Like, he defended kind of well. He did what he could. You could see that he couldn't run or move or whatever. Yeah. He didn't put in too many nice balls either, so it was a very bang average performance, and then the shittiest penalty I've seen of all time.
With Casemiro though, I think he might be injured, man. There's no fucking way he can lose that much pace in one season. That's
not
insane.
Even one season. The start of the season, he was actually doing decent.
Well. Like I think he's probably just injured. I think Ten Hag might be right. Like, it's something's wrong. Like we just don't have enough players.
Bro, is it our medical staff? Is it our fucking players that are just stupid? Are they eating shit? I don't know what it is.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
But fitness is a concern. Like injuries are not whatever. But Clown of the week, I guess there's 3 main candidates. Casemiro's like not the worst out of them all, but Wan-Bissaka and Rashford definitely.
100%.
Both of them are
Yeah,
out.
the entire left side today was.
Yeah. Player of the week.
I'm gonna give it to Bruno. I think over the past 3 or 4 weeks, he's been very consistent. He's trying to he's given us draws when we should have lost, and today very cool again from the spot, plus scoring a goal, providing an assist. So yeah, I'll give it to Bruno.
Yeah, I mean I'll agree. Yeah. Bruno definitely deserves it. Mainu's still been putting in performances. Dallo here and there.
That was hit and miss, man.
Yeah. I mean he's being as consistent as he can be. But yeah, Bruno definitely deserves this one, and I've given a lot of shit past couple of weeks. So yeah, come back, good stuff.
Fair enough.
He's a mixed bag for me. I don't think he's the as good as people think he is, but he's also not as bad as people think he is.
The thing, I think Bruno's just suffering from tactics.
Yeah,
like the haram ball and shit, bro. It's again. If a coach tells him to cut it out, he's gonna cut it out.
Yeah.
But he's not no one's stupid enough to keep doing that, because if he was not following Ten Hag's instructions, he wouldn't be playing.
Yeah, man. Right. And again, he does have that long ball kind of capability, and we do that. That's one of our tactics. So the sad part is that he has to come back to play those long balls, and he has to come back to just set up the play, build up, cover up, and he's running like a maniac. He's running like crazy, and I give him credit for that. But just the long ball situation is not it, and it just makes him seem worse than he actually is.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know who else could even control the game. We have no midfielders that could really do what he does. And then again, Ole got the best out of him when he was playing like second striker ish.
Yeah.
But that's that. After that, he's just suffered.
And that's the thing, right?
Yeah, his numbers have suffered. But
under Ole, we had Matic, who decent, I would say, at number 6.
Yep.
We got Pogba. Whatever you say about him, he's not Eriksen.
Pogba's class.
He's not.
He's a bitch, but he's class.
Yeah, he's not Amrabat. He's not McTominay.
Yeah.
He can pass. He can control the ball if you need to. Again, it's on the counter. The defensive work rate wasn't there, but on the ball at least. We were much better on.
But either way, we had Scott McTominay and Fred putting in that work instead of Pogba, so we didn't really need Pogba to run back as much as he did. And plus, he was playing like a false left winger kind of situation eventually, right? So at that point, you don't need him to run back as much.
Yeah.
And he was playing amazing there.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's been an eventful week. You let us know what you think about the FA Cup result. What do you think the scoreline's going to be against City?
Oh my god!
But it's been a pleasure. I think next week we probably will do a Discord episode.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Peace.